You know, life is just fucking crazy. Like, there is so much to it, so much depth, and so many hidden things. When you're able to just let go of any belief system that you might have had installed into your mind and your consciousness, when you're able to set those belief systems aside and basically allow yourself the ability to reason with other ideas of reality and the world we live in, you will be absolutely shocked by how many things you find. You'll think you're getting there, and it's like eventually you realize I've learned so much, and it's endless, but it's not pointless. You get to continue your path, and you start becoming really lonely because your entire perspective shifts away from everybody else's, like you're on a different timeline. I think a lot of people get that confused with timelines because it does seem very peculiar, kind of like a timeline would, but I don't know. I don't have much about the whole timeline thing. But what I was saying is it becomes lonely because you start seeing things and noticing things and becoming more aware of your surroundings, yourself, and what things really are or what they even have a potential to be. You start questioning everything, and you learn a lot of things you cannot talk to people about, because when they hear you talk about what makes sense to you, either that just goes right over their head and they just shake their head and smile like they knew what you said, or they get weirded the fuck out. So that leaves you with entering into even more dialogue with yourself than you originally started with, which was a huge step in the beginning of the awakening process, because that is another important thing that you should be doing. Everybody should do it. Don't you think that beautiful beings like humanity, like us, should all be self aware and not just follow blindly and just go with what we're told? Like, know ourselves, enter into dialogue with yourself. If you don't do that already, you're doing your mind, your body, your soul, and humanity a huge injustice. Because when you enter into dialogue with yourself, you start finding that you're analyzing on a different wavelength, on a different level than people that aren't doing it. And you get better and better and better at all kinds of things. But don't you think that it should just be normal for everybody to be self-aware? But if you think about it, a lot, I'm not saying all, but a lot of people are truly not self-aware. And I believe that some people would call them NPCs. I just call them people that have just been brainwashed and drugged and indoctrinated to the point where they don't understand. They're not NPCs. They're humans. They're people just like us. They have souls. They felt love. They know how to love. They're not like aliens or something, but they were more susceptible to the system and what the system has done to them. And coming out of it Some of them probably won't. A lot of them, actually, I hate to say it, but a lot of people probably aren't going to come out of it. But they will eventually. It's just not their time on their soul path for them to start realizing certain things and becoming aware of their surroundings. And what all that entails is so much. There's no way I could put it into a video. Like, I'd have to go bit by bit by bit, kind of like what I'm doing right now. Do you know that Einstein, Tesla, Beethoven, pretty much all of the royalty bloodlines, they all have one thing in common. They all have that open dialogue with their self. They're trained to do that as a baby. That's when, like, a kid in our world learns his ABCs and watches fairy tales and whatever. They get actual, real knowledge while they're growing up, and that's what makes them different, sets them apart from us. That's why they're on top, we're at the bottom, because they've oppressed us from knowledge. That if we knew, then they would have competition. So they've eliminated competition by creating a system that dumbs everybody the fuck down. And I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, well, how are they doing that? Well, I'll tell you exactly how they do that. First of all, I want you to go do some research. Go and look up the actual history, not the textbook history, but the actual history on how the school system got started and why. The public schools. And then I want you to go do some more research. Go look at any brand you can find at any grocery store. Do the research to find out what brand that is, whether it be Pepsi Cola, Lay's, Pepperidge Farm, even clothing companies, banks. Okay, go look up, pick 10 random big names that you know, and go and look up the largest shareholder in every single one of those. I guarantee it will either be BlackRock, Vanguard, or State Street. One of those three people, if not all three, will be listed as the top investors, basically, the people who own it. So, if you were going to go and try to basically just run the world and know the secret knowledge and how to do things and truly gain power, you would suppress the information and oppress the people. How would you do that, you might ask? Through public schools, indoctrination, through religion, through medications, through poisons. Wait, what? Poisons? Medications? I'm not taking medications. Yes, the fuck you are. You shower with medications. You put medications in your hair when you wash your hair, when you use your bar soap, when you put your makeup on, when you spray that foot powder in your shoe, when you eat food, when you wash your clothes with that laundry detergent, when you wash your dishes with that soap. Trust and believe, if one of those doesn't have something in it, I'd be fucking surprised. So that shit's not only getting sprayed on you first thing in the morning in your shower, it's also going in your coffee. It's in your milk. Anywhere they want to hide this shit and not tell you, and if they own the fucking place, of course they're going to get away with not being able to have anybody know that they have this little special ingredient that's keeping everybody from truly waking up by keeping them numb and dumbed the fuck down. But you see, there are and this will have to be for another video, but there are some things that have happened in the last little while that they know has happened, but they'll never admit it to any of us. And that is, there's an expiration on something that they had over us. And that expiration is gone. It's done. They're trying to cling on right now like no other. Hence the control they're trying to push and how hard they're trying to push it and how quickly they're trying to push it, because they tried to do this to us before. It was with the swine flu. But they failed miserably. It didn't work. It was a trial run, basically. They were trying to work out any kind of kinks. These people are not stupid. They are extremely fucking smart. They know that there will become a time right now where people are waking up at a rapid pace, and anything they do negative actually amplifies the light energy, the positive energy that comes at us, that gives us this great awakening. So they're like in a race against something that's they can't control. Every one thing that they do wakes up many, and they're very aware of this. Hence the, oh yeah, BlackRock also, Fox News, CNN, both. But, I mean, come on. Come on. When is it gonna be where people start actually realizing everything is owned by the same people? Don't even get me started on the Bible and how often that got changed and why it got changed and why they changed it to what. Because they've got people following some shit that they don't even realize they're following. Anyway, I didn't really want to go above 10 minutes, and I'm at about 12 now. So I'm going to come back and talk more. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that I said in this video that you'd like me to go on more about, because I would be more than happy to. And I want you guys to know, I'm not trying to hate on you. I'm not trying to say you're asleep, nothing like that. I'm just pleading to humanity to please start questioning things instead of following so blindly, because you are doing yourselves injustice by doing it, and you're allowing the world to stay in a very negative state. You don't have to go and wake up and gain Kundalini overnight. But to start somewhere is a good thing. It's a good start. It sounds weird, but anyway, I love you all. And I just really love humanity, and I love nature, and I love everything so much. And I just want to see the best thing for this world. Love you guys.